Moe and Keity time.
Moe and Keity time.
It's Moe and Keity time. It's Moe and Keity time.
Moe and Keity time. Moe and Keity time. Moe and Keity time. Moe and Keity time.
It's a grower.
It definitely ain't no shower.
All right, so on the In the Moment podcast, which is Moe and Keity's podcast, which is under the Pioneer umbrella, which legally, I have to tell you guys, is part of my network, or I go to jail where people would do unspeakable things to small people. So what's going on? You guys are debating if the customer really is always right.
That's exactly that. And I know I'm going against the grain here because we live in a world where it's such a popular phrase that the customer is always right. And if you've ever worked in any type of service industry, I'm sure you've heard that multiple times. But as someone who has worked in the service industry for years, I don't agree with it. At all. I don't think the customer is always right at all. And this video went viral, and I think it's a perfect example of, is the customer indeed always right? Like, can it actually be possible that an employee curses a customer out and actually has people on their side saying, this one is actually on the customer and not the employee?
So when I worked at Taco Bell, I will say this, that the customer was always right. However, then I would go into the back and I would do the old pluck and drop into their food.
God.
Okay.
So at least to their face, they were right.
Do you know the phrase is actually the customer's always right in matters of taste?
No.
Huh?
So it's not the customer's always right point blank. It's in taste. So like if you're going to like a furniture store and you pick out a really ugly table, as a salesperson, you're not going to say that's an ugly table. The customer's always right in matters of taste. So you can't just walk into a restaurant and demand whatever you want because the customer's always right. That's not how it works.
Yeah, the man that made me cry on Christmas Eve at TGI Fridays, he was not correct nor right.
Well, when Bert did the plug and drop, that was a matter of taste.
Now, to be clear, I was 17 at the time. And I would only
That doesn't make it any better.
Yeah, it does.
It doesn't excuse the behavior.
You don't have any integrity until you're at least 24.
Oh, get out of here.
It was fresh picked from the garden.
All the freshest ingredients at Taco Bell.
Now it might be a little stale.
Anywho.
Is there a statute of limitations on that? You better hope there is.
Yeah, facts.
In a different state, too. They'll never catch me.
So in this video, I'll paint the scene for you. I was shocked to see that it really was kind of split on people's opinions of whether or not this employee should be fired, even though the employee was saying some not so nice things to the customer. And this customer pulled up at the drive-thru window and she ordered what she wanted from the first window. Now, this is her arriving at the second window of a busy line and trying to change her order.
This is the number 2, right?
Yes.
I meant to say number 3. I don't want this. And yeah, can you change that to a number 3? Matter of fact, a number 7.
Number 7?
Oh, number 3. You pick one.
What you mean I pick one? You just ordered the food.
Excuse me?
Bro, you heard what I said, bro. You got to close, bro. I got time for your bro.
What kind of customer service is this?
You want yes or no? Is this what you want? This what you paid for? This what you about to get?
I want a number. No, I
Here
want.
what you want
I want a number.
This is what you paid for, so this is what you're gonna get. Here, I got your Fanta right there.
And I don't want Fanta. I want fruit punch, please.
You want fruit punch? All you finna get what the I made and what the paid for.
Oh my God, what kind of customer service is this?
What kind of customer are you?
Dude, please isolate that last line.
What kind of customer are you?
That is bananas pulling up to the window and like completely changing your order.
So I think that's why a lot of people felt his frustration because, I mean, there was a line, you got people waiting.
Well, he
and
didn't have to curse at her.
He didn't. That part he was wrong. But she legit did have a lot of people waiting. She's holding everything up. And it wasn't as if they heard her wrong or they got her meal wrong. She just decided she didn't want what she ordered. And she wants something different. And he had time that day.
Okay, but so she's filming this.
She is.
Okay, so, and she filmed it before she even got up to the window. I feel like she does this on purpose to test people to see what their reactions are going to be. I don't think anybody like in their right mind would do this. I think this is her way of trolling to see if she can get a video to go viral by pushing somebody's buttons to complete. Like the fact that she went from Fanta to like fruit punch. Come on now.
You're purposely trying to be a problem.
I think she did that.
It's possible, yeah.
I think she did it on purpose. purpose.
All right, so for debate purposes, though, let's just say that it was authentic, that she's loony. Keity, what was your take on it?
The customer's right. And this is why. Okay, first of all, he was out of line with profanity. But how many times have you gone up to a drive-thru and you don't know what you really want? It's like, do I want a number 3 or do I want a number 7? And then you just don't want to sit there and wait. So then you make up your mind and you're like, I want a number 3. But then you kind of change and want a number 7. Sometimes I wanted like a double cheeseburger, but then I wanted nuggets.
No, man. If I'm going somewhere, if I'm pulling up through a drive-thru, I go to that place specifically for one item I get every single time I go.
I go for the options. And sometimes I may want to change my mind. And I feel like in this scenario, she was calm. She wasn't rude about it. And she did say, please.
Just because you can't make up your mind, that is not the cashier's fault. Now, what she should have done is the smart thing. She should have just gaslit the cashier. She should have gotten to the front and been like, you just gave me a number 7. I ordered a number 3. Now it's his problem.
Should have done that. Should have done that. Or pulled up to the side, said, I'm sorry, I messed up. I want this, but I'll pull over to the side and let the other people come. That man did what every single person who has ever worked in the service industry has wanted to do at least one time in life.
You can't cuss out the customer.
Just one time.
All right, you want to listen to In the Moment? You can find it everywhere on all podcast platforms. It's called In the Moment.
The Bert Show.